Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today it's all about answering your questions. Today's questions are all about how to heal the gut naturally. Well, I can't wait to get started on your questions. But before I do, I just want to share with you that if you want your question answered, you're just as important. And so go to our private Facebook group, Biblical Nutrition Academy, and when you join there, we're going to ask you, what question do you have? Now, if you're not into Facebook, I totally respect that. Just send us an email at info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and then in the subject line, write question for Annette. It is always my joy and such an honor to serve you God's recipe for excellent health. And today is no different. If I can come and answer your questions specifically, then that's important. And I want to do that. Well, the other reason I like these Q&A videos is because I like to give away free gifts, and totally free. Well, today I am focused again on the Amari Edge, and it's for people who just need that added advantage to their day, just that mental clarity, that mental focus. And I'm showing you also the Mentobiotics. This is a product I've been on since 2019 because it's that, and especially with what we're talking about today, the gut, it is that gut rebuilder. It's the pre, the pro, and the phytobiotics all together to nourish the gut so we can have that healing process. And we have to do this every day. We have to always be considering our gut and how healthy it is every single day, every single meal. We don't really have to think about it if you just eat biblical foods, but if you are going to try and eat the lab experiments, then you're going to have struggles. So today, at the end of this video, I'm giving away the Amari Edge. It's a box of like 30 of these. It's to a person who wrote a review of my book, Treasures of Healthy Living Bible Study. So wait till the end to see who won this. And if you're saying, well, I want a free gift, well, then I want you to have a free gift. Write a review of one of my books, either on Amazon or our website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com. A question states, what do you know about kombucha? Is it beneficial? Submitted by Michael. Well, there's great value in building the microbiome with healthy foods that does include kombucha. I personally am not a favor of spritz water. That's not my favorite, so it's not something I go to. I go to more a yogurt-based or fermented foods or homemade sauerkraut. I use that instead. But we had a speaker at our last Biblical Wellness Conference that went through every option for healing, and finally, when he added the kombucha, his allergies went away. So God has answers that come in many different forms, and kombucha is one of them. So I do prefer people to make their own, and that way you know exactly what's in it and you don't have extra sugars beyond what is necessary to grow the Scooby. When we heal the microbiome, that is the beginning of wellness. All systems in our body are connected with the digestive microbiome. From there we have the brain healing, we have the heart, the hormones are all brought back into balance, but we have to start with the gut. So the pre and probiotics from the kombucha is a healing recipe. The question states, my preteen craves sugar and bread, plus has behavioral problems. And I've heard how this indicates an unhealthy gut, wondering how to help her. Yes, you are 100% right. Starting with food, we need to remove toxic foods that are feeding these behaviors. And we need to bring in the foods that God called good. And then you will have a new daughter. Also, diets that are low in healthy fats create sugar cravings. Healthy fats satisfy the cells and settle sugar cravings. Now, for some clients, just taking the Amari Omega supplement has totally removed sugar cravings from them. It allowed them to lose weight and to feel great mentally and physically. Settling down the cravings leads to making better choices. So we have to decide, are we going to start with the food, like changing out the food first, or adding in a supplement first? We have to start somewhere. Make a decision, help your daughter to see that she can be a much happier, better person by making some changes to eating the Bible diet or adding in some supplementation. But either way, we have to heal the gut before we're going to get the daughter that we know we're meant to have. A question states, how long for the gut healing? Because I'm on day 4 and my breast milk has dried up and I'm constantly bloated, burping from both ends. I also felt lightheaded and thought I would faint earlier today. Any advice? Thanks. This is submitted by Lillian. Well, gut healing begins the moment a good diet is added. Gut healing begins the moment a bad diet is stopped. Every bite of food brings either healing or problems. There's also a transition period, and it's different for everyone. So make sure you're meeting with your healthcare practitioner to decide what foods are helping and what foods are too much right now, because sometimes too much of a good thing overpopulates and then we get side effects. So when we introduce good bacteria too quickly, it can actually cause a dying off process. When we don't have enzymes to break down the foods that we have now switched to, that is what leads directly to bloating, burping, and drying up of the milk. A new diet, especially a healthy diet with God's foods, is going to need enzymes to metabolize. Many people benefit from taking an enzyme supplement with every meal. And sometimes they have to take 2 or 3 depending on the deficiency that they're dealing with in their gut. So just realize, yes, now my husband was able to get off of his Prevacid after just 3 days of changing his diet. So the gut heals the microbiome, it heals the lining of the gut within 3 days. But we still have a rebuilding phase that you have to get through. And that's where you're at. So thanks for asking this question. Well, I am so excited to answer these questions for you today and to give you as much knowledge as I can. If you want more information, go to the biblicalnutritionist.com website or go to Biblical Nutrition Academy and check out all of our courses. Also, remember we have the Inner Circle coaching group for those who say, Annette, I just need to talk to you like 3 or 4 times a week. Well, I'm not on 3 or 4 times a week, but I have coaches on 3 or 4 times a week. I'm usually on once or twice a week as your personal coach. And I am there to help you see the results sooner with less effort. Now, it is time for our giveaway. And our winner today, she reviewed the Treasures of Healthy Living Bible Study. It's one of my first books I ever wrote. It takes you from Genesis to Revelation, all about the foods in the Bible and how God created them and how we can actually get the benefit of those foods today. Well, she's receiving the Amari Edge, but for the rest of you, don't forget to check out the Mentobiotics along with the Amari Edge, and you get just an extra benefit with that. The winner today is Vicki Ross. Vicki, thank you for leaving a review of my books. Please send an email to info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com and in the subject line write winner 140. Thank you everyone for being a part of the Biblical Nutritionist family. It is always my honor and my joy to serve you God's recipe for excellent health.